So, final thoughts, anybody?
Um, the pacing was, yeah, horrible.
Pretty much the stuff I was bitching about the entire time. I feel kind of bad now for doing that.
I had a fun time with the game. It's just like, at some parts, even while solo, like, one or two parts are going to be extremely way too difficult, but then we blew through this like it was nothing, and this is supposed to be the hardest act of the game. And we fucked around for what, a good, half hour, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
If I may?
Yeah,
Can I draw a
go
comparison
ahead. Go
here?
ahead.
Sure.
Having played World of Warcraft, I gotta say, if you care about World of Warcraft spoilers, and you haven't played the end of Kata, don't listen. But basically, the end of Kata, like, dragons in Warcraft, and like they're all mortal and shit. Yeah. Basically, this whole idea that they gave up their immortality and became mortal to save the world. Kinda sounds familiar. Tyrael giving up his immortality to save the world. And this whole idea of like, oh, well now, it's the time of mortals, and we will aid the mortal races, and it's like, yeah. I can't help but draw similarities between that storyline and this storyline. Does it even have a writing team anymore?
You know what, I basically, my opinion of this game is the same as my opinion of StarCraft 2, which is basically, the story sucked, but the gameplay is there. The gameplay is fun because they had basically Diablo 2 and StarCraft 1 to draw back on, basically. So that's why they got that right, and they tried really hard to basically nail that. But the rest of it is just like no.
Well, I'd say into the gameplay, yes, the gameplay is there. It's still Diablo at heart, but I think the way they go about it is much different, and I'm not sure I really like that. Like the way it gives you skills, I don't know, I just don't like it.
Well, I didn't mind the skill system because that means I get to use certain things immediately, and there's not as much of a reason. Like you don't have to get for multi-arrow, the thing you had, you'd have to invest like 20 points into that fucking tree just to have that, like as it was in this game.
But at least, Mike, if I wanted to, I could. But as it is, it's kind of if I want it, I gotta wait for it. And every subsequent playthrough of that class is going to be the same inherently.
Yes, I agree with that though. It's basically gonna murder replayability.
Because I could play Necromancer or Bob in D2 so many different ways.
And there's a level cap of 60 in this one too. So.
Well, Wiki, what do you think of the game?
Yeah, Wiki, let's go.
Alright, so story aspect, I kind of liked some of the plot twists, but overall, then yeah, it wasn't as dark at all. I mean, like, what the hell's up at the ending? Disney Pixar, yes,
Toy Story!
Toy Story! Anyway.
You got a friend in me. I'm just gonna splice that over the fucking ending cutscene.
You should.
Alright.
Oh,
now, for gameplay, I do like the idea of being able to freely swap out any skill anytime I want, but I don't know if it's right. The whole idea of being able to have replayability like in the previous game, I like, because like if you screw up you have to make another character or something and you try a different build, whereas to this one you just make one character and then that's it. I mean, like in the previous one, you had the option to be able to reset your skill just by completing that quest, or basically you have to earn to be able to reset your stats. That one I liked. Now as to this one, it's just just one character and all that. Now for Monk, I did like the whole comboing stuff and the idea of trying to dodge shit or something. But yeah, I do not see him much as a tank. I think what made him thought of the idea of being a tank was the whole dodge stuff and also this health stuff, actually, with the mantra of healing. I might have to rely on that most of the time, or having a very fast attack speed. What else is there? Graphics? I know that you're paying attention a lot to this. It's not as good compared to StarCraft 2. For me, I don't mind as much because we're seeing this from a bird's eye view, not all close up or anything. But I don't mind as much.
Actually, gotta agree with Wikido on that statement. I generally didn't have a problem with the graphics in this.
I just saw it as a general upgrade from Diablo 2. I mean, it kept the same. I wouldn't say the same art style, but it kind of represented more or less.
I couldn't stand the art direction, and just the texturing was really bad. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. You know what? I hold them to Blizzard standards. From any other fucking company, I wouldn't really care. But Valve and Blizzard are two companies I hold to a very high degree, and so when I see shit like that, I'm kind of like, this isn't Blizzard, and shit like that. So this is more New Blizzard. New Blizzard doesn't, I don't know. They're not perfect, but they're still leagues better than other companies. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'd say the team they had working on this, most of them was from WoW. The original Diablo 2 team is basically on Torchlight 2 now. And a lot of them from that are even new to Blizzard themselves, where they're just coming in from Diablo 2 to work on the standpoint. That's it.
Torchlight has its own very unique art style, though. That's more like kind of cartoony kind of a thing. And that makes sense for it. And you know what? The thing is, it was never a dark game, so I can't complain that it's not like Diablo 2. Like, it's its own game. But I don't know. As I said, they didn't stick with what I think it should have been. So,
well, and, you know, and I've said this a few times. I'm pretty sure it's on forum sites everywhere. The original Diablo 3 that got scrapped was basically an exact World of Warcraft knockoff, like almost entirely. And you know, it's shown here they kept, you know, how many different elements of that. You and Wiki both have talked about that, and Can's making comparisons.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a World of Warcraft knockoff. They were okay. Blizzard North was making Diablo 3, and apparently Blizzard was not happy with what Blizzard North was doing, so they scrapped it, and they got rid of Blizzard North, and that's why the employees went to go on to Runic and whatever to make.
Right. In a direct interview, though, they said that it was basically World of Warcraft clone. Blizzard themselves said that. Blizzard North employees themselves basically said that.
No.
And they said, well, why would you do that? If you're going to do that, you just go play World of Warcraft. So they scrap the entire thing. And there's probably other things I don't know about. But
there's some kind of discrepancy here, because, okay, Lord of Destruction came out 2001, and WoW came out in 2004. What the fuck were they doing for 4 years? Because WoW hadn't even come out yet.
Well, it was basically they put Diablo 3 on hold. They were focused all their attention on WoW. After Diablo 2, they did the expansions, they pretty much just went straight to that, and then they tried to make it more MMO-ish, I'm guessing is why they took... You know, I can only speculate here, but I'm guessing that's why they went World of Warcraft. But then, you know, like you're saying, they scrapped it, and kind of what you had said, that's, you know... And in the interview, they said, if you're going to play World of Warcraft, you're going to play World of Warcraft.
No, that was what was why they weren't making this MMO. Like that's the reason. But Blizzard North wasn't doing that. They apparently Blizzard just thought that the quality wasn't up to par. So they got rid of the company basically.
Well, like I said, I'm just speculating on some of it. I don't know the full story, but I'm just kind of going off what I've heard and what I've read.
Whichever. I don't know. I still think it's worth the money, because I paid $60 for less than this. Like fucking, I don't know. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head.
Dead Island? Was that $60?
Oh, yeah, but we bought a 4-pack, so technically 40. Although that was infinitely entertaining because of the car driving stuff. You know, I think it was worth the money just for that.
And what would you say, Wiki? Would you say this game was worth the 60?
Definitely yes.
You'll get your money's worth. I mean, you're gonna play probably, like, more than likely at least twice with every class, maybe a bit into hardcore. And also, you know, you play it basically 4 times with each character, so and it does get challenging later on. So we'll probably stream all of that, so you can watch us do that, like us 4. We'll just keep these characters going, I guess. Sometime, I don't know.
Or maybe we'll just do other characters. Maybe if you like switching it up and just doing a nightmare run, maybe we build up off camera or something, or have other characters we just feel like fucking around with.
Actually, I wouldn't mind that. That would be kind of nice.
Because go ahead.
I still haven't tried Witch Doctor at all. Like, I fucking got up to like level 10 with someone else, and that was it. Want to try that? Oh well. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. By the way, I don't know if you guys want to see Torchlight 2 at all. I was getting the feeling that a lot of people don't like the fact that I did an ARPG, because that was, I don't know. I guess Diablo 2 ran upon commentary alone. But although I did Diablo 1 at one point, so I don't know. Do you guys want to see more?
Player.
Yeah, that was. Although we could do that co-op, but I don't know. Anyways, so would you guys want to see Torchlight 2 or any other ARPGs? I don't know. If you guys didn't find it that interesting, then I won't do it then.
I want to see it.
Fuck you. You're probably not watching this video, Ken, bitch.
You know what? I'm gonna disprove you. I'm gonna watch this video. I'm gonna leave a comment.
Fuck you, no. You're just gonna look at the last part and you're gonna go like, oh, this is the part where the credits are.
Well, yeah.
Because you have to wipe your mind and then you have to go in. So smell some chloroform or something, and then I don't know. Wait, does that erase your memory? I don't know.
What? What?
Ken's a scientist, and he laughed.
What does chloroform do?
I don't know. What does it smell like, Ken? Tell me.
I don't.
Smell this rag.
You used that pickup line on me last week. All right. Well, you guys all have a very nice day, and hope you enjoyed our playthrough.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed.
Goodbye. Wow, these credits are really long. Are they going to end at any point, do you think?
They're only in the internationals. I mean, it's probably another 2 minutes or so.
I don't know. We can talk about something else instead of ending it.
Put some Toy Story music in
Southeast
there.
Asia, there we go.
Toy Story music. Yeah, it's like the music is all gone.
Da-da-da-da.
Dun 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 dun.
Just splice in some, quiet music in the background. Toy Story going on in the background or something.
Like, dude, like the little open up box that goes, "You got a friend of me."
Just have like Woody on the left side of the screen. You're my favorite deputy.
Just like the ending scene from Toy Story 3. I wouldn't spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but yeah.
Don't.
That made me cry. I shed a tear, manly tear, of course.
Sure.
That was a sad ending, though. Fucking, I love Pixar. God damn it, they're so good.
Not dark enough.
What do you mean not dark enough? This wasn't like Diablo in there, like fucking telling you every 3 seconds, "You will never reach me, Nephilim." Oh my god.
It's fucking like cartoon villain Diablo. I can't handle him.
I
You'll
know.
never defeat me.
Here, you'll never defeat my minions. 10 seconds later, what the hell just happened?
God,
It's
It's not what just happened. It's like 10 seconds later. You'll still never defeat me.
I know, it's just like, literally, we're 10 seconds, we're like, was that a fucking boss?
Actually, I should mention right now, the way they did the playtesting. I don't know what the fuck they playtested on this thing, because I think it's absolutely like, terrible, the pacing of normal. But apparently, what they did for Inferno is okay. So if for anyone who doesn't know, they have normal, nightmare, hell, and then a new difficulty called Inferno. And so apparently, what they did was they balanced it to the point where they themselves couldn't beat it, and then they doubled everything. That I don't know. They're just like, people are going to find broken builds, and so that's why we're going to double it. But it was a stupid idea to begin with, because basically it actually removed a lot of options, because things like the meteor and half of the abilities that wizard has, or any class for that matter, basically you have to spend your time in the fucking auction house getting like a bunch of great gear or else you could be just basically farming for 200 hours to basically find good gear to go into Inferno in the first place. I haven't been to Inferno, but this is what I hear, and it's just like everything is just kiting and just fucking just like the elites are the worst part, like the elite monsters, and it's just like a fucking 3-minute engagement. Like, just that's it. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Like, even me and Shikra are right now near the end of Hell, and we're even having that problem where we're just kind of getting tired because some of the combinations are just fucking insane. Like, they have like fire chains fast, jailer, and fucking I don't
like
know
arcane
what else,
or
teleporter.
something. I mean,
Yeah,
we're literally at the end of the dungeon, and by the end of the fight, we're all the way back up in the entrance to the last floor.
Yeah, because it's just
we're literally...
some of these guys are just like, good game, it's over, because it's like you're going to be spending like just infinitely respawning in waves trying to kill them.
I mean, there's only so much. I mean, yeah, I'm playing a demon hunter in the other playthrough, and I'll just say there's You can only dance around a target for so long before you're gonna fuck up, or something's gonna screw you over.
God, huge wall of names. Are we like almost done with this credits?
Yeah, I guess so. Like I was actually looking. I played some hardcore characters in Diablo 2, and I found it to be a lot of fun. But they have a lot of shitty mechanics in this one actually that prevent you from like that are just designed to kill you outright. And you can't do the things like for anyone who played Diablo 2 hardcore, you'll know that basically if anything looks wrong, like if you think you're about to die, you basically Alt F4 right away. In this game, if you Alt F4 or restart your computer or anything, you are still in the game for 10 seconds. So
it's
if
all
you
server
do that,
side.
yes. So if you are beside something that's going to kill you, you are going to die when you're not in the game. You can imagine how frustrating that might be if you get like a lag spike or something. So basically, it's the whole rule of, I guess, hardcore is don't fucking lag, and get ready to run the fuck out if there's something. Because basically, if there's some kind of elites or something that you don't want to face, you just fucking don't even bother. Just you quit the game and you try it again. Basically, like I can't see progression in Nightmare happening in any other way, or sorry, not Nightmare, Hell or Inferno. In fact, I don't even think, unless they do some major balance changes, I think it's not happening. I'm gonna do normal maybe just for the hell of it, just to have fun with it. But I was planning on I was gonna go oh wow, I get 10 character slots. I'm gonna do one of each class and then one of each class in hardcore. I was so pumped for it because I was such a huge fan of that in Diablo 2. But I think it's not viable here. It's just you're gonna piss yourself off. You must be someone just likes fucking wasting your time. No, just wasting your time. You spend so much time on a character and then just some bullshit comes out and just kills you outright.
I want to be the guy.
Yeah, this is I want to be the guy in Diablo form. Yeah, that's
killed by an apple.
So I have 2 notes to make. One, I saw James Kirk in the credits somewhere.
Who's that?
Kind of low. James T. Kirk.
Oh, okay.
Kind of low. And the whole point you're saying there about how the jailing and all these mechanics in the game that are kind of bullshit. That's what I was talking about earlier. With the whole you feel like if a death is your fault or the game's fault,
No, you don't even understand. You cannot outrun these guys. They're teleporting. They're fast. They have some really they have some really bullshit abilities sometimes too.
Right.
There's mobs that are invincible, except for one guy, and when you kill him, everybody dies. But that was kind of creative. But then they start mixing it up with things like Modars, which is basically the anti everything that is ranged class type of thing. And basically, they lob these fireballs at you, and when you get hit by them, you pretty much die outright in Inferno and Hell. Well, later on in Hell, depending upon how you build your character.
Let's put it this way: I had to turn a demon hunter into a tank for about 2 minutes to fight shit like that.
Hey, you shouldn't have to do that. You really shouldn't.
I mean, you can do it, but I mean, it's possible. But you shouldn't be able to do that. It's not how the class is supposed to be played. But you can do it.
Also, I should mention that tanking isn't really viable in this because they never stay on the person who's trying to tank. They never do. They're programmed to seek out people individually sometimes. So everybody has to learn how to kite, and maybe the barbs don't. But apparently the barbs are pretty weak too. I remember Sod's our barb in our other characters. Sometimes he even has to run. He's been trying to build a tanky character, but when there's fire chains and shit going on, they purposely surround him and fuck him up the ass and shit. I don't know.
That's times like that when he gets fucked over. That's basically when I turn into a tank and I start dancing around shit and break him off of him, and I'm running 3 of these guys behind me.
Oh. We're at the end credits now, I think. And
we are?
Wait, yeah, Zero Ob Force. Oh, look, someone's fucking email. Oh, that's the person I think who made the OGG format. Ooh, Google Protocol buffers. Yeah, let's thank Google right now. Wouldn't be able to find porn without you. Good job.
Alright, so Ken Wiki, you're pretty much new to all this. This is the first time you've been through the game. Any thoughts on what me and Mike have been talking about, essentially?
We're at the end here.
Yeah, we are. We're at the end. It switched over.
Hey, bye, guys. Or does Wiki, do you want to say something?
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, if you have anything in mind.
Say something in the monk's accent. Let that be the goodbye thing. Let that be the goodbye thing. Go.
Farewell, comrade. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Bye,
I'm just like burnt out a little bit.
Oh no, that's fine, man.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
So long.
Hope you've made your peace.